I never thought this would happen. I never thought this day would come outside of anything besides a fantasy series. My friends, the date is the 6th of May, 1333 AD, and that means that it is 3 days after Basilius Cannoli reaches the age of 100. It actually happened right at the end, in the final seconds of yesterday's episode. I will admit, I'm a little disappointed we missed it. I'm a little disappointed there wasn't some grand pop about becoming, a centurion. I think it's the right word for it. It just kind of happened casually. And I like that attitude. To Cannoli, it isn't a big deal, of course. To his enemies, he has outlived all of them at this stage. He is mighty and powerful and a frightening figurehead of an empire who doesn't seem to be slowing down. But to him, it was just a Tuesday. So, some good suggestions, actually. A lot of people said instead of just, throwing your prestige away on diverging the culture in a way that you didn't really need to, reforming the culture in a way you didn't really need to, you could use that prestige for things like calling in troops to go to war with, say, Egypt. Of course, we don't have a Casus Belli right now. And just sit back and watch as all of the world swarm them, because we have alliances with everybody from Francia to... Who is that? Oh, we actually have an alliance with the HRE. Oh, cool. Okay, so we could just call in like Francia, the HRE, the papacy, Sicily, everyone. We could just call in everybody to do our dirty work for us, and I like that because, of course, as we know, King Cannoli is now a religious icon. I would love to make him the person who mends the schism. I would just see that as tremendous and phenomenal, given his track record. Ooh, that's a spooky time, isn't it? Purely accidental, too. So, speaking of accidental, we also basically stumbled our way into inheriting Francia. Once we kill the very fancy-hatted emperor and shockingly fancy-hatted wife of his, their child will... Oh! Right, of course, they had a daughter. His child will inherit the realm. And in fact, are we killing her now? We're killing her. We're killing Emperor. Oh, we're killing the Emperor of Francia. That's right. So he dies. She will become the Empress of Francia. And who is her husband? None other than Baron Savalum of... Oh, they've landed him. Oh, where is this? They've landed him? Baron... Oh, they've actually landed him in Paris. Oh, cool. Right, it's because, of course, his wife has landed in Paris. I guess they see the way that the tides are flowing a little bit. He gets to see how this is going to end up and wants her to get a bit of leadership experience because, let's be honest, she's not amazing. She's very zealous, and that's about what she's got going for her. The emperor dies, she dies, and who inherits the throne besides our heir's heir? Savalum Karling, our eventual successor, our son's son, so a few generations out there. Now, somebody did point out very correctly that the problem we've got right now is with our elective succession type, or even though one ruler keeps everything, we can only elect our direct children and descendants. What this means is if Savalum dies early, because he does have that giant trait, that does give him minor health penalties. He's probably quite healthy, though. He's out there fighting a lot of battles, doing a lot of stuff like that. I imagine he'll be okay. My big concern is that he may die before Cannoli dies at this point. If that happens, it means that this entire line of the family tree is something we can't immediately play as. Now, that's not to say that we can't eventually bring them back into the fold. It would just take a lot of effort. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but not unfathomable. 15% fertility, I will take, just in case we get into troubles with that, especially with all of the horrendous amounts of inbreeding we're doing. So let's have a look then. We're going to do a little bit around management, because you might remember yesterday I grabbed Croatia. I said I'd leave it and kind of sort out some of the mess in between episodes, but actually, it's very easy to do that these days in CK3, because it basically tells you, hey, you need to do this, that, and the other. I think it's a fine system. I think it doesn't necessarily imbue you with the best realm management knowledge, which I think is probably one of my strongest suits in Crusader Kings. Because you can keep the game paused and just give out a load of gifts and make it as easy as possible. What's this place called again? I don't remember. How am I supposed to remember these things? It was probably this one right here. There we are. Okay, we've tidied the borders up quite nicely. The King of Croatia is now a very happy vassal because, we've just given him all that land. We've effectively made him more powerful than he was before. The only difference now is he has to pay us taxes. We'll demand a conversion. Of course, he'll accept, and then he'll convert his realm, making him the villain and not us. Do you think we can demand a conversion from Serbia? You know, we probably can if we send him a little cash, which will win him over pretty much immediately, I think. Well, that's what we've got to stay on top of right now, just making sure that our internal realm management is all going fine. And it should be, because they all look pretty solidly Catholic at this stage. They haven't flipped back. Yeah, and look, their descendants are also now Catholic, and this kid isn't, like, falsely confessing because he's 7. What might have made sense is if we converted all of them, which forces their family to convert, and then kill all of the adults and leave the children to rule. They're not going to falsely confess that they're Catholic because they can't on account of being, well, children. But that's a little bit messed up. Cannoli would never do such a thing, of course. He's a good, godly man. So then, the big problem we've got right now is if we want to reform the, amend the schism, I should say, we need to control Jerusalem. Do you want the kingdom or just the county title? Oh, that's interesting. And again, Antiochia, Jerusalem, and Alexandria. We already control Antioch, but it needs to be under Christian rule. Who holds it currently? You do. Are you Orthodox? He is. Let's demand a conversion then. That should tick off one from the list. That's what we like to see. So that should have solved it for us. Let's just quickly take a look at that again. Yes, that's all we need to do. Now, in CK2, it was a much more long and protracted experience. You have to, like, specifically convert over the county as well. But that doesn't matter in this one. It just has to be the ruler there. As long as it's under your control and it's Catholic, that's totally fine. So this is actually great. It used to be a pain in the ass in CK2 as well, because you generally take cities but not sub-holdings, and it would get kind of confusing in that regard. So it's much more streamlined in CK3, as a lot of things are. So we can fabricate claims. The only reason I wasn't so quick on fabricating claims is because we don't know when Cannoli is going to die. Each one of these claims is going to take about 10 years, but the fact that it's only a county title, I mean, we get a claim there, we get a claim on Alexandria, that would probably do. I could also be persuaded to keep Alexandria and Jerusalem, because we've got 2 more titles to grab, and taking Jerusalem and Alexandria for a Mediterranean empire seems pretty key. The other one I'd like to get is Tunis, right? That would be kind of nuts, and then I'd probably just give away, to be fair at this stage, probably just like give away Messina, because what does that give? Like 10% lifestyle experience? We can get that from building just like a university elsewhere, right? So I think that's what we'll do then. I think we'll roll with it. Somebody did say, you know, you can probably just kill this guy, cause a bit of instability, try and get another Muslim ruler back in Egypt rather than Coptic Christian. But right now, this is fine. Hello, I cannot stand this imprisonment any longer. Captain Leone of the Italian Band of Pisa, somebody we must have captured in the battle for Croatia. And again, the second we get these claims, we just say, hey, go get these claims for us, France and the HRE. And they will be on their hands and knees, begging that Cannoli gives them the time of day, just so much as glances in their direction, because he's such a lovely fella. I would like Tunis. Now that I've said that out loud, that would be amazing. We could take the whole kingdom. I don't really want to take the whole kingdom, and the reason for that is if we take the kingdom, it sounds weird. The king that we put in charge is going to be upset that we've taken Tunis, but, who cares? We can keep them on side. What do you think? We just go for that one? Honestly? Send it. We've got this prestige. Let's put it to work then, huh? Knight of the best warrior in the world needs a successor. It's very literal, isn't it? I've got to seek an accolade here, but that's all right. Right, okay, so let's... we can negotiate another alliance. I think I'm all right, thank you. I think we will just send in the clowns. Let's also see what have we got here. Oh, Emperor Guillaume of Francia. We're about to kill him. I'm just going to cash him out. I'm just going to cash him out and go for it. Let's call in. The Pope actually has, like, a pretty hefty amount of troops. For a king tier character especially. Sorry, I've really bad tinnitus going in my ear right now. Oh my god, that hit hard fast. Ooh, made me feel sick. Yeah, go for it, big man. Hang on a second. Take good care of your hearing, kids. Oh god, deaf in one ear and tinnitus in another is very disorientating, suffice to say. Oh, it's come back. You know what, just bear with it. Let's just tank it. Okay, so I think we just let him cook. I think we just let him cook and do it. Like, one is Emperor Peter the Theologian, you presume would be very happy to fight a holy war. Guillaume III is he a particularly pious man? No, he's an irrational lackey, but he is a lackey. That's the important point. Of course, Cannoli, I'll help you out. That's how he sounds from the look on his face. Anyway, Paul Hollywood looking ass. And then we've got the angry Pope. He loves us. He's also terrified of us, or at least intimidated. But he is the angry Pope. He's angry on behalf of Jesus. And you know what? We can all appreciate that a little bit. Ooh! The blacksmiths in Rome have gained renown in the last few years for the quality of their craft. This surely bodes well for their livelihood and for the local economy. For as long as any county in your domain has the renowned blacksmith's pert, you have an access to a decision. Employ renowned blacksmiths for armies to acquire character modifiers that provide various military benefits. Oh shit. Reopen the academia. Oh, hello. Whoa. Okay, sorry. That's about Athens. We've also got the Civitas Nova too, but we've got to look at some of these in a second. Don't worry about that for the time being. There's a lot to see here. Find a vulgar linguist. I think there's a word for that. Exoticize the Grand Hall, blah, 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 blah. Employ renowned blacksmith for armies. That's what we're after. It is 900 big ones. But when you're earning, that's what, 3 months? Less than that? That's fine. I think we can afford it. Employing a renowned blacksmith to make armor for armies. Whoa. You would choose what the blacksmiths you will employ will focus on. So we can either go for armor, defender advantage plus 10, or weapons, which I presume is, yeah, I was going to say attacker advantage, or supplies. 10% army movement speed is disgustingly good. And in fact, that minus 10%, how long does it last? 10 years? Man-at-Arms maintenance minus 10% for 10 years. This will pay for itself in probably half the time. How much are we spending on Man-at-Arms upkeep? 31.3 per month when they're unraised. So that's like no time at all. I can't do the maths right now. It's very late. And 30 months is going to pay itself off. What's that, like 3 years? Slightly less than 3 years. That's like so good. And that's when they are unraised. So when they go to war and they take damage, of course, it costs a lot more. It's going to pay for itself in no time at all. Obviously, yes. Yeah, we're always going to do that. Oh, I should have marked it special interest because I no doubt I'll forget for next time. Man, that's nuts. And that modifier is just active. I wonder if it's something to do with the fact that we've been rebuilding Rome here. Does that expire? Expires in 10 years. Whoa, and it also gives, Jesus, holding taxes, building construction cost reductions. I said we focus on Byzantium right now, Constantinople. I think I'm going to stick with it because it is our capital. I think Rome's a better capital. I'm going to say it. I do think it is. 69.33 per month. Rome's got more building slots, and I mean, it's like Rome. Whoa, the tax is like significantly lower though. Shit. Whoa. It's got more sub-holdings though, eh? What am I worried about? That? Yeah, Constantinople is just Byzantium. Whereas Rome is, of course, Rome and then the Vatican and blah, 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 all the way down. So actually, the county tax is going to be enormous compared to Byzantium, right? Yeah, way higher. Not that's so relevant, of course, we only get a cut of that. Whatever, it makes no real difference. It's just whichever benefits us more. And right now, we're just sticking Byzantium, I think. Makes going back to Rome and making it your capital a lot sweeter when you finally get there. All right, kill these people for me. The Empress Kamala. Would she like such a gift? Now, people were saying, like, you shouldn't have worried about killing her so much because, or the wife so much, but I think it's kind of bitten us in the arse, especially with the Sicily plan, if you remember, when him and his wife are having, like, more and more kids. So I'm happy to stick with it. Of course, we're going to kill her this time anyway, just to be sure. Because if they have a son in the time it takes us, let's say that plot fails, we get a setback, I want to make sure she's gone. Because by the time they remarry and you know, get it on, I'm going to take the plush and exotic carpet because he's a man of flexing right now, to be honest. Our money is going up, like, rapidly. Is it just the increased control? It's fluctuating a little bit, but it does seem to be trending upwards. My grandson, Baguette Karling, is approaching the age where his education will be formalized. Now, this is the point of the game where we could be like, yeah, sod it. I'll just spend, you know, what is that, like 15 months of tax on this kid? That's not a problem at all to get him the best education. At this point, no. But for future characters, I mean, there's better things I can spend that money on, I will admit, but it's not unfeasible at all. Oh my god, they're already here. France is already here. Burying the hatchet. Emperor Gwillem wants us to put aside our crimes. Yes, let us. Stop being rivals. Stop being rivals. He's a lackey. He's a lackey. So that makes perfect sense. My spy master, Meringue, approaches me with a wicked grin. Now, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. My lord, this pouch contains powder most nefarious. It leaves no trace, but it will afflict whoever touches it with a weakness in ill humors. Welcome to the channel. It's a channel of ill humors. Let's do it then. Not feeling well for 7 years. Hopefully we'll have killed a long before then. The HRE's bringing ships down now. Look at this. Just puppet mastery the whole way down. Ooh, hello. Do they just turn up as knights, or do I actually have to employ them as knights? No, your Hatterari, yeah, no, it's fine. They just turn up like that, that's fine. Well, I don't think we need to call anyone else to war, though I'm looking for excuses to spend prestige here, because I think Cannoli's probably going to kick the bucket very soon. It's not necessary to waste it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. In CK2, it added to your score. I don't know if it does anything like that in CK3. Not that it really matters, of course. Sure. My grandson of Lower Bosnia has some money to offer me. Thank you, grandson. And this is all a bit dull, isn't it? Goodbye, then. Ignored. I can't believe this army. Whoa. Hold on. How close are we to gendarmes? Gendarmes. The big horse. We've got everything. What we should do then... I didn't build any, did I? Our armored horsemen, of course, fantastic. We can actually upgrade those a little bit more. But as I recall, cataphracts and gendarmes were both better than armored horsemen. Should we do something weird with it? This is a terrible plan. We could drop it all and just build, like, a crazy army of nothing but cataphracts. It's a bit silly, I will admit. Do light horsemen and, you counter archers. Light horsemen also counter archers. Honestly, I'm going to sack off the light horsemen. Same counter, slightly different benefits. So we've got the choice of armored horsemen, 134, 55, 20. Cataphracts, 160, 55, 20, 10. And then gendarmes that give 167, 62, 20, 10. So they are better than the cataphracts. The only difference is, of course, the terrain. They're all going to counter the same type. Gendarmes are worse. Oh, no, they've got the same terrain negatives, except gendarmes also have a negative in, what is that, forest? Jungle. I don't think I'm going to be marching many armored horsemen, and they have the same negative effects, the same terrain bonuses, so they really are just arguably better in every way. More expensive? No, actually cheaper. It's because it's a cultural retinue, right? Let's do it then. I'm happy to see it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I just dropped like 4 grand on horses, and I would do it again. If I'm not mistaken, Rome... No. Constantinople gave a bonus to stationed horsemen, right? I built something here specifically for that. The stables. Let's keep them upgraded then. Here, I'm going to move you to... here, 150, 43. Are you joking? 317. Bloody hell. Wow, that's powerful. Regular armored horsemen right now stationed in Rome. 264. If we were to put them in Rome instead, what would that be? Whoa, Rome is better for horsemen. What, have I got a stable there? No. It must be like, Grand University, Grand Fort. Something's giving them benefits, huh? I have no idea what. I'll look through them all later. It's not really such a big deal right now. Sorry, we're in the middle of a war. Well, we're not in the middle of a war. Our lackeys are in the middle of a war. Bon appetit, Kamala. She has died horribly. That means he's going to have to find another wife to try and get him a son. That should give us just enough time for this plot to fire completely safely at this stage. 3 months. If he manages to get married and conceive a kid and get them born within 3 months, I will be impressed. That man has been cooking. Maybe a little bit too vigorously, huh? He's also distracted by leading his armies for our war. And now he dies. I'm so glad I killed his wife. Man, their family, that's what causes it. They've got a dynasty legacy. I totally missed that the first time. Major chance to prevent one murder scheme against each dynasty member. Interaction and acceptance from intimidated or terrified. That explains why this guy's 2 sons survived it and his other son survived it the first time. Bearing in mind those 2 sons were simultaneous and then his other son. I was going to say this dynasty's got some sort of benefit and it turns out, oh yeah, no, that's literally just the game mechanic. That's how it works. Hello, you would like to marry, my granddaughter? Huh. No. We could have said yes. Dedicated manure shovels has been built in Byzantium. That was the upgrade we're after. Everybody please clap. Okay, organized muster rolls for levy reinforcement. Look at him. He doesn't look 100. He looks like maybe 65 or maybe like a 25-year-old YouTuber. So let's just see. I'm so curious how long he's actually going to live here. Because we still haven't got the pop-up. Because of Know Thyself saying, hey, you're going to die soon. I also love the division in the... Ooh. The division in the comments. Where like 50% of people are like, I hate that this man's been living so long. I hope he dies. This is boring. And then the other 50% of the people are, this is legendary. I hope he lives forever. And it's the best thing to see. Honestly, I'm happy with that because it clearly means the character is doing something one way or another. As whispers of a little girl lost in the rooms echo through Roma, tales of haunting and supernatural forces envelop the ancient shell of Rome. Superstitious locals gripped by fear. Shall we send a priest to go and exorcise the girl? Or let them believe what they choose? Peasant outrage. Send the priest then. Send the priest. Let's have a look. There is something peculiar about my vassal, Arcanessa Ermencinda. Do we want to express our undying love for her, or no? No, he's never been lustful. That's never been him. That was his grandfather. That's not his thing. You know, he saw what damage his grandfather did with some of those vices of his. Grandfather? Father? I think it was his grandfather, right? The seducer? Oh, that was Cannoli. Torturer? Schemer? He did have lover's pox. Oh, and adulterer. It was his father. Really? He did have lover's pox. He was an adulterer. I forgot about that. How interesting. There's his mother. His stepmother and his mother? Sorry? Did they get divorced and then remarried? I have no idea. Hello. The man in charge of cleaning the clothes of Emperor Guillaume's guards brought to me. No one noticed he's tampering with the clothes. We're going to poison him with rose hips. Fine. This man... Ooh, Aramundo has got the claim on Jerusalem. That's what we like to see. You know, we might legitimately... I never thought this would happen. I floated the idea. I thought it was very silly. I think legitimately we are probably going to be able to mend the schism with Cannoli, and that is the greatest slap in the face of any religious institution I think I've ever done in Crusader Kings, and that's rare, given that, good, we've made our friend with Turkish Delight Karling. Given that I did a series with, I don't even remember now, was it the Landless Adventurer series? No, it was the Greek series. We started on, like, Crete or Cyprus, and we ended up forming, like, a devil worshipper nation. I miss stuff like that in CK2, I will admit. I mean, technically you can make your own, right? In the work of the court of Despot Philaritos, I failed to find any... Oh, no, we don't need to worry about that anymore, actually. We can bring you home. It's totally unnecessary. Honestly, I don't think we need our schemes supporting either, because our schemes are rock solid, much like the man himself behind them. Cannoli is unstoppable. To the charming Basilius Cannoli of the Byzantine Empire, salutations, my fine acquaintance. Would you care for a game of chess against the man that we are about to go to war against? Wait, what? You're not the man I was about to go to war against. Oh, this is the guy, I remember, who gave us 900 gold yesterday for a truce. Reasonable. He really wants to be our friends. Obviously, we're going to go intrigue. Intrigue, and we win. How does it feel to lose, little man? No, an excellent match. He would keep up appearances, he'd shake his hand, and then he'd walk away. There's another vendetta lost against us. We're vengeful, so he's all a bit upset about that, but honestly, it's not a big deal. Can you lot siege faster, please? I've got a city to move into. Take your time. My God, it's only a war for an entire kingdom. Jeez. Really, we're going to have to, if we do want to reform Rome, if that is the plan, which I presume it is. Oh, my God, they took Hungary. Who's that? I genuinely thought I was like a Cenobite then. It looked like Butterball. Yeah, no, I mean, this is impressive, isn't it? Like the yin and yang of the Roman world. I like it. Very, very fancy. Of course, we're about to take France here, so we're gonna swallow them up in the middle at some point. But this is interesting. And of course, that plan still might work, where his matrilineally married wife might give him a son that ends up being the successor to the realm. Anyway. Ooh, my good companion, Aramundo, has been off with me in the past few days, each night avoiding my invitation to dine. I'm sorry, I have to tell you this is my friend. Your lies, treachery, it puts you in bad stead. Surely you must see it does a Basilius no good to behave this way. What are you talking about, my friend? What are you talking about? He is no longer your friend. You lose 75 stress because you're deceitful. The truth will not set you free. Let's agree to disagree. Lighten up. Let's try and manipulate him. And we do. And I mean, tell me that is not the best manipulation play we could have done there. I'm just going to clear some of these notifications off because this is bothering me to no end that we've got all this crap going on. It's like the Pope's like, hey, I'll give you claims wherever. Honestly, just ask me at any moment. You can have whatever you want. I appreciate that, Pope. I really do. Oh, people were saying, did I already bring up the indulgence thing? People were saying that apparently buying indulgence will forgive you of the crime, but it won't remove the trait. So we're no longer... Nobody cares that we're a murderer. It's just kind of like an open-closed secret, so to speak. A toast to the Emperor's health. Oh, dear. My agent slipped well before the effect of the poison was revealed. Something was afoot. Turkish Delight. My good friend, Savalum's second son. Third son? Second son? Third son. He is temperate, vengeful, bossy. Intelligent, attractive, large. Have your revenge in time. Revenge is a dish best served indirectly. Well, turn the other cheek, my boy. He's being trained in martial. I think vengeful is acceptable to some extent for a martial character. Might drive him a little bit harder. And now, would you look at that? Empress Elizabeth of Francia just happens to have her heir be Prince Savalum of Francia. Now, if we commit to this plan... we need to make sure that Savalum I lives long enough for us to play as him even briefly, even if it's for 2 days. So much so that we elect Savalum II as our successor. His son and heir is then the Emperor of France. Savalum III dies. Savalum II dies, and then we play Savalum III, which will combine Byzantium and Francia into one huge empire. Then the Holy Roman Empire poo-poos themselves, I would presume, at seeing a giant swath of purple appear everywhere. But we'll see how that goes. Again, we might somehow be able to cheese the HRE, but it's elective, so there's not really much we can do to influence that, unfortunately. They're about to take the capital. Ooh. The worthless fop doodle but I think that's the breed. Maybe it's Earl Lambold makes my blood boil. How could God see fit to curse his earth with Earl Lambold's evil cold-heartedness? No, it's obvious. He is Satan's kin. He has to kill him. Cannot let vengeance rule my life. To be fair, he's not a man driven by irrationality, but he is a man who is arbitrary, which you could say makes him irrational in some ways. In fact, quite literally, in fact. Yes, we slay him. We were unable to get along. So now we're just going to... He's old and cranky in his later years. He's still the smart man that you all knew and loved. But I think having achieved everything he has, he's probably got little time for fools. You know, he's no longer the patient man who's capable of putting up with upstart dukes and whatnot because they were significant to him at that point. He's so far beyond it. He's not an arrogant man, but he knows to set his sights much higher because clearly he can achieve it. What I need is a classical tale of the grandeur of my family. A song about how the origins of the Karling dynasty and how we were destined for greatness. Marcos. It's 1,800 gold. 1,800 gold well spent because we've been able to get so many more dynasty legacies recently. We're always going to focus on renown. No reason not to. Hello. 80 gold from this man. Thank you. Puts a dent in my horrifically expensive... And there's Alexandria. Well, let's let them finish the war in Tunis first. This is so silly. Just taking the capital. Hopefully they'll go get some battle war score. He knows that we're trying to kill him, but basically can't stop us. So how much is this going to cost us? 1,800. Now it's 2,700. I'll keep track in my head how much money we're spending on this bloody epic. We're getting some battle war score, and that's good. Turkish Delight Karling. Sorry, I spent all the money on a very fancy book, but my God, what a fancy book it is. Go to someone's wedding. Pass. No, thank you. Prince Brahimond has died. Oh, dear. I'm reminded of the splendid birthday party my friends Floriano and Bohemond arranged for me several years ago. How joyous it was to feel their kindness and warmth. Floriano has since passed away. I mourn the loss of such a great friend. Floriano and Bohemond, of course, have both passed away at this point. Maybe he's getting a little melancholic in his older years. He's 102. He's 102. And to see so many of his close friends, the only people that maybe he had such a strong relationship with, I think when his wife dies, she's 72 to her credit. When she dies, that will probably be a significant blow to him. Marcos has taken a number of liberties in my family epic in regards to warfare and battles. Yes. Go. Use the inspiration of Savalum. Let's do it. You're going to write about how Cannoli the Genius took the Byzantine Empire without a single troop raised, but if he had... There's a single troop that could have raised it. What a great bit of wordplay. I should be a battle rapper. Letislav has decided that his time in Constantinople has come to an end. All right. Thanks for letting me know. Kill that man for wasting my time. Dan spitting my grandson's food. Drown him. Take revenge. Maybe don't drown him, but you know what I meant. I would not deal with that. If I was the Emperor, I would probably drown him. My agent Drogo approached me with a bunch of parchment in his hands. Old architectural sketches of the castle. Very good. Not that we really need it. Ooh, herbs. Ooh, herbs. Can I purchase a lot of herbs for my physicians to use? 10% fertility and a small boost to health for disease resistance. That's what we need. More health boosts. He's never going to die. He's basically just mummified at this point. It's like totally preserved. My steward Antiochos comes to me. I've been listening to the part of your family epic. The Duchy of Tivoli was never intended to be permanently in the hands of the House Theodoresian. I can make a reasonable claim. No. But make certain he knows that we are letting this pass. I think that's fine. They're at 94%. One more siege, and basically we've got this in the bag. I say we. I say we've got it in the bag. Kill him. He's dead. Bandits have once again slain him. I love the idea that Cannoli at this point just has total control. He's like Darth Sidious in a way. I know we've made that Palpatine reference before. He's puppeting the bandits on one side as like the CIS, and then we've got all of our people on the other side, our vassals and whatnot. And then the second they piss us off, is this it? Oh God, I awaken coughing, spluttering, my mind fogged, my head throbbing, almost retching. I try to haul myself out of bed. My grip on my frame is frail, weak, like a newborn babe. With an almighty effort, I jutted to my feet and stagger over to the wash basin. By Jesus, where did the sweetness come from? I feel so sickly. The cool water does little to refresh me. Bleary-eyed, I stare at the grim, hazy reflection at the mirror. The man glaring back at me looks so very old. Is he having a stroke again? Oh my god. 8% chance he is able to shake that one off. 79% chance he might dodge it again. Bear in mind, we've had this event, what, 4 times now? So statistically, this is not on our side. Not the youth I once was. Perhaps I could live a little cleaner. 79%. Dodge it again. Ooh. He has sidestepped death once more. But that was that's a wake-up call that we've really got to get moving. Maybe in the next war, maybe for the war for Jerusalem and Alexandria, we will spearhead. Maybe I will actually raise the troops I've spent about 8,000 gold in the last 2 days buying. Very expensive horses, very expensive cannons. The Karling Saga, one of the worst artifacts. There you go, greatest song ever written. Very nice. 300 renown. That's what we're after, though, isn't it? Come on, just siege one more. Continue to serve me honorably. Yes, please do. Come on. Come on. The bloody Pope's there. Is the Pope actually leading troops? Because that would be amazing. Battle Pope. He's not. It's very tragic. Come on, come on, come on. See it through. Okay, whatever. It's a legitimate crime. We've got to try and play the part of the good ruler. Corrupt officials. Take steps to curb their excess. 50 gold is a small price to pay to undo corruption. Thank you. A gift from Francia and the Holy Roman Empire. A gift to me. You may only attempt one Holy War against Kingdom tier title per lifetime. I think that was well spent. Tunis is now part of the Byzantine Empire. The problem is, as you may have figured out, I don't want any of this stuff besides Tunis proper. So, let's go ahead and say, not ruler. Let's say, maybe not even our house. I'd be fine, I suppose, to give a house out. Hang on. Karling, but I don't want to land like these people. Saduru Karling. Look for the people who don't have desserts as names. I could give them the whole duchy, actually, instead, couldn't I? Let's usurp some titles first. Make this a bit neater as I go. We've just got to be careful we don't accidentally give away the Duchy of Tunis, which I presume is what it's called. Here we are. There's probably a quicker way to do this, and that's probably a button somewhere to, I was going to say, usurp the titles. Can I usurp the top primary title of someone who's fighting a war? Oh, God. That's okay. Duchy of Tunis, there it is. Boom. Duchy of this place, which I definitely can pronounce. And then finally, the Duchy of Gabes. So many Gabes, they named a duchy after him. Right, here. Turkish Delight Karling. How far is he down the line of succession? He's like 3rd? 4th, technically. Turkish Delight Karling can have a realm. I'm fine with that. We're friends with him, too. So I think, or at least maybe Cannoli has a bit of a soft spot for him. I think we could dish that out to him, then. That seems... Oh, careful, though. I think that's fine. Turkish Delight Karling, here you go. You get the entire Duchy of, Gabes. There you go, my friend. Let's do this to the slightly faster method. We're going to give this one to... Again, I'm looking for kind of dynasty members. I think I will stick to just giving them out to Karlings. Why not? It's more renowned, isn't it? Robar Karling. He is a bastard, but you know what? He's skillful. And when has this man ever given a shit more about family? I'm going to give him this one, too, because that one's technically part of, whatever this realm over here is. So I'm just going to do that. There you go, there you go. This is looking good. And this realm over here is not one that we want to keep. I'm trying to be so careful about this, because I really don't want to mess this up. Saduru Karling. Boom. Enjoy. Did I give him the duchy title? I didn't, but whatever. We can sort that out. Then, is all this Tunis? That seems a bit large. It is a bit large, that's why. Okay, grant to Moran Karling Sassari. Melopita Karling. He's quite far down the line of succession. We've still got to be careful about this, though. Yeah, boom, that one's for you. Sorry, let's actually give him the duchy titles, too. That's my bad. Grant to... Oh, why would you... Wouldn't it just be like, okay, you killed him, want to give it to the guy who owns all the land there, but never mind. Right, hold on. Was it that one? No, definitely not. That one? No. Hold on. Whoa. This one? Crumeri? How am I supposed to remember these things? Sometimes it's so... Yes, it is. Sometimes it's so intuitive, and then other times I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Yeah. Boom. Okay. That's all the duchies gifted out. 1, 2, 3. There we are. What do we want to do with these, then? So this is all the Duchy of Tunis. Obviously, I can't keep all of it. We'll keep what we can for the time being. We'll probably just keep these two, I presume. So let's give them away individually to... Karlings that aren't so important. I guess we could go like high diplomacy. Torngasuk Karling Sasari. There you go. And then we give this one away too. And then I'm happy with it. I think that worked quite well. Meringue. You sound like deserving of a name. Oh, sorry, a realm. Perfect. Okay, so what can we build here in Tunis? There's a unique building that... Oh, they just started building a bailiff's office. How unfortunate. So that's actually a unique building, so of course that was the duchy building. Let's start building up some control then. Let's get on it ASAP. I think I'm happy with that. I guess we'll get you back on converting places. Ooh, Catholicism is actually taking hold. Oh, shit. My plan is working. We've got some big gaps over here. Big gaps up here towards Bulgaria. Makes me a bit more concerned that they may not have converted legitimately. This guy hasn't converted, so I guess we'll just get that. Ooh, he was only a 35%, really. Let's see what he says. I would rather obtain my reward in heaven. We could kill him. Yeah, obtain these nuts. Nobody says no to Cannoli and gets away with it. You can say no, but don't just blame it on yourself. Ooh. Investigate the harbor ruins. What is this? Oh my god, the harbor, of course, in Tunis, right? We're on the trip. Our builders uncovered expansive ruins in mud and sand. The hidden room is excavated and Tunis has a trade port. Order it. Whoa. My tutor spoke of the short-lived empire that rivaled ancient Rome a millennia ago. But such ancient history is meant to be, meant little to me, considering the overwhelming task of ruling my lands. The room found by the builders is a beautiful antechamber filled with ancient relics, and their tunnel leading further into the mainland, unfortunately, collapsed long ago. Wonder if even more riches await us further into the structure. Of course. Commission a team to excavate the tunnels. Excavate collapsed tunnels, we can just do it straight away. We can just keep funding it. That's cool. We can found the Civitas Nova. In Italy, the Civitas, the city, are one and the same. For centuries, great enlightened rulers have sculpted their names in history by funding new cities. You begin the construction of a Civitas Nova in an empty holding of a county you've picked. Oh my god, we can build one in Tunisia. Against Civitas Nova wars. Oh, that's fun. Oh, this is something we've never had the option to do before, because we're taking like Rome, we're taking Byzantium, where obviously there's no room for development. Okay. It should be impregnable, or unpregnable. There's a small chance it may change to Greco-Sardinian French, or civilians will defend themselves if inspired. So city or castle? I think a city... maybe I think a castle. We get rid of Banzar. But we've already got Tunis there, right? Oh, this is really hard. I don't really know. I suppose we could hold a city ourselves, so I guess we'll just roll with it then. We'll go for a city. We'll see how it goes. Maybe we might want to drop Tunis, or maybe somewhere else in Italy, right? Of course, there is still the big goal. Jerusalem, Alexandria. Part of me wants to try and fabricate claims on Cairo, Giza. You know, the important points down here in Egypt. Try and grab, like, Siwa would be good as well. Or, sorry, Sinai, so that we can hold this area just kind of defensively. Damietta is really good as well. It's just, like, so much in... there are other little pyramids up the Nile that you can see. Can't spot any from space. What is that? What is that one? It was just a mosque. No, I can't see any from space. That's okay. That's okay. I think be happy with what we've got, because you never know when he's going to die. So, we just take all the claims in one fell swoop. And then, we've built up more prestige than we started at the beginning of the episode, even though... Too many hard duchies. We'll figure out. Even though we spent a shitload on warfare. Pope Sergius. Pope, you want to join me for this one? Let's call in Salerno as well. Come on, dynasty members. I'm not spending renown on that. That's disgusting. That's a disgusting idea. We kind of set the title of Africa. We can't still quite yet. Sorry, let's tidy some of this shit up, because we've got a lot going on here. Yeah, again, I just really don't care about the 2 gold or the 50 gold. It's a drop in the bucket, both the same. Could change your contract. Yeah, whatever. Just give us more taxes. There you go. Boom. Right, problem solved. Okay. I really should look at vassal contracts a bit more. I never bother with it, because it's so... That's like the deepest part of Crusader Kings story. It's so nitty-gritty, and I just really do not give a shit. I do not really give a shitty. Thank you. Please clap. Oh, and you know what? Oh, and you know what? I'm going to raise the troops. I think we will do it. I think we'll just raise our... penis. Raise our troops, and then I was going to say, I didn't mean to say raise our penis. Don't do that. Good lord. Let's try that again. Raise all, please. How you doing? That's good. 11,000 of the strongest troops. Elite quality. Led by Savalum, who is a man of religious vigor. I think this is a good idea. Popular figurehead. Yes, yes we are. Popular opinion plus 50. Very good. We're going to march into here like a hero. Let's just go for Cairo. Let's just go for Cairo proper. Of course the Pope's willing to join us. It's an enormous crusade to take back the Holy Lands and mend the Schism. Why wouldn't he join us? Tiramisu Kamari. Again, I'm going to sort by alliance power, because when Cannoli dies, I think this is all going to fall apart, I'll be honest with you. Oh, God. My vassals. Do you want external allies? The Republic of Ancona. Oh, he's got 11,000 troops. Hey, you know what? You know what, fella? Good for you. Ooh, the builders were able to clear the rubble over in Tunis. Instead, they found a treasure trove of old drawings and artifacts that have no known use. In fact, many of the drawings are maps that today are only sand. Imagine what's buried underneath. Even more exciting, perhaps, is the fact that the builders found old manuscripts written on a durable metal akin to vellum. But alas, we cannot read their writing. What am I to do? The artifacts alone are worth a fortune. Sell the artifacts or convene a great council of scholars to study them. Of course. Of course. This is going to be a man of forbidden knowledge at this point. What else has he got to do? Convene the council. 200 gold, and it's going to cost us 200 prestige. Kept the artifacts safe in my vaults. However, it's time we bring them forth and unlock their secrets. Ooh. What do we need to reopen the academia? Can't be at war. Oh, you just have to have Athens. Oh. I'm not going to revoke Athens. Oh, that's cool, though, isn't it? Look at that. I'm not going to revoke Athens. I think that's totally unnecessary. Though it would be kind of fun just to revoke it, give it back so that we've just got it open. That's fine. Just don't worry about it. That's okay, thank you. Oh, there it is. There's that decision I wanted to re-enable. Let's go, then. Let's go, Savalum. Ooh, that's a lot of troops. Savalum, let's just stay there. Let them leave. And the second they flee, what are they doing? Are they going to go to Byzantium? How bizarre. Tournament Harbour de Biscotti can potentially get some big money. Struck a deal with the Chief Mason. 45% chance we're offered a fair deal. 40% chance we're offered a great deal. 52% chance we're offered a great deal on this one. Let's go for it. As I recall, even if you get the worst deal on this one, you can still say no. Ooh. The Chief Mason must have enjoyed the company of my steward Antiochos because he's returned the deal from my Masons that even exceeds my demands. Good God. Man, I've really got to start building. If only I wasn't so entwined in war. Oh. The scholars have come to me with amazing findings. Those who came before were called the Carthaginians, and the land was known as Carthage. Shocking. Additionally, they were able to determine the ruins found in the docks was that of Kothon, a massive harbour greater than any in the world today. The great city sat exactly where the Curadoria of Tunis sits today. We haven't learned enough to restore the ruins themselves. The scholars have devised a way to repurpose materials from the ruins. Using the techniques they discovered in the texts, and directly studying the ruins, we could turn the Curadoria of Tunis in one of the major cities of the world. A walled city, or I guess we will then go to Great Burj. So we're going to upgrade Tunis to that, or are we just going to add something new there? Because either is acceptable, I think. Hey, can we get some allies here? They're about to drop 36,000 troops on me. I think we need to fucking run. Apparently, though, we would smack them to bits. I mean, we've got one of the best armies going. Why are you running? Why are you running? Come back. Oh, no. What is this? As I lay upon my bed, prostrated by my sickness and cursing my weak, flailing body, I can barely make out the human figure approaching. Their slow steps and heavy silence are starting to scare me. I must guess my unease from the faint sounds leaving my mouth and jerky movements of my hands, for their steps turn hurried, and soon a warm hand is holding my face. Hush, Cannoli, it's Bogos. Who's Bogos? I don't remember Bogos. Oh, how it pains me to see you like this. I wish I could do anything to ease your discomfort. Just stay with me. Thank you. Look, even though he is spry on occasion, there are going to be days where, of course, he struggles immensely, and I think just today is one of them. I mean, we know he's not going to die for at least another year, so I think chances are I've just divided all the forces up because the bloody hotkey to close all the notifications is the same one for Divide Army. They can't do anything about it. It's not their fault. Today, my grandson, Turkish Delight, was taught a lesson in vassal management. Keeps trusting. Oh, dear, no. Lose trust and gain patient. That sounds more appropriate. And we've absolutely slaughtered them. We've absolutely slaughtered them. Let's see the battle result then. Go on. We lost 2,400. They lost 19,000. They came in with 38,000. We killed half their army. Wow. Good work. All right, let's head down there. Their armies are absolutely no threat whatsoever. Our friends are here too. Let's not call them friends. Let's call them lackeys. The game said it best, I think. As the Pope, Lackey Prime. Wars like hell, I tell ya. An old veteran is telling Anatolios his woeful story, impassioned by beer I can smell on his breath. We need all the gold we can get. Anatolios keeps the trait greedy. Should synthesize with his philosophy. Absolutely cynical. Let's take this man away lest he ramble longer. You're becoming a warrior. Cynical, greedy, or callous. Interesting. Greedy. Greedy. A greedy warrior. Again, it might make him more ambitious, so I think that's okay. Ooh, a great gazelle hide. Remind me to throw that in the ocean on the way back out, huh? Wow. Let's get to work then. So, Cairo, what else have you got here? Have you got another city up there? Does it not count as sieged? Am I going insane? Well, it's not. What do you have to siege? I thought it was just castles. Maybe the city's... Oh, the city's contributing something. Fair enough. Well, this is going to be a bloody quick war because we've already done the heavy lifting. Despot Claudiu is killed. Ooh. He has family connections. Understandable. Have a great day. Okay, Wild Hyena Hide is done. Don't burn down the pyramids. You're a man of preservation at this point. Both kind of, you know, in respect to your health and in respect to... He's done pretty good work, actually, in Carthage. Kind of going against that classic Roman saying, I suppose. But never mind. Here we are. 78%. Ooh. The Empress of Francia, who looks like she's consistently smelling an atrocious, stinky smell, wants us to go to war against... Who is this man? The King of Burgundy. Her vassal. Was it a tyranny war? Oh, it was a dissolution war. Oh, fucking dissolution war. What the hell is that? Are you going to try and dissolve... Yes. Yes, I will help. I will help. Obviously, I will help you with that. My God. Because if he dissolves Francia like this, I could cry a sad tear. Thank you for your generous gifts, Despot. Appreciate that. That's a lot of money. We don't really need it. Okay, let's quickly finish this. Cannoli's greatness. Oh my God, what would Cannoli do though? Would he leave this behind, his own effectively vanity project, to go and stop his well-laid plans over multiple generations falling apart? I think he bloody would. Simultaneously, we're so close to victory here. You can probably just about scrape by both. They might not even need our help, realistically. Yeah, look, France are leaving. France are leaving. We will help them as soon as we can. Limes Arabicus, please help us here. Man, these kids are good, aren't they? Like, all of his descendants have come out so good. Pay his tuition. I could afford it. You could say that. I love that our whole army is out there fighting and probably reinforcing. We're making 348 gold still per month, but that's okay. We've got the bombards here, so it takes all of 30 seconds. Come on, keep going, keep going. Oh, well, the war gold. We haven't even taken Jerusalem or... I'm a fool. I just went for his capital and was like carpet sieging. We didn't take Jerusalem, nor did we take... Alexandria. Oh, shit. 25,000. Who are you? Oh, that is Patriarch Ernest of Egypt sending over bloody troops. That's okay. Hopefully they'll turn around and deal with that and let us do the sieging, because, you know, we've got the best bombards on the face of the planet. Oh, Sibylla's soulmate has died. 75. She didn't inherit the genes as much as Cannoli, eh? With the death of Basilia Sibyl, Namala Devi's education has been interrupted. Limes Arabicus, though. Limes Arabicus is my new best friend. Here we are. Oh, we're not paying tuition, I'm sorry. Here we are. Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Bon appetit, Claudio. He's dead. None of my agents are under suspicion. No one will trace the poison. Very good. Okay. First bit of war goal dealt with. I'm keeping such a... Oh, that was it. That was all we needed. I'm keeping such a close eye up here for anything popping up saying, hey, by the way, you're about to die. We've got divided attention and given us +2 domain limit, which means we can hold the 2 domain we are about to take. This is bloody messy. This is messy. Train for a tournament. A, why not? Savalem's going to try and train his elderly father again. Prowess +1. Like I said, he's still got the fight in him. He's still got the fight in him. Build a mighty city. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Whoa. First things first. Byzantine claim on Jerusalem and, of course, Alexandria. Now, there seems to be an important decision available to me right there. Perhaps you've noticed it as well. Mend the Great Schism. One God, one church. From devil to ecumenist. But, and I don't want to do, I'm not doing this to clap your cheekies intentionally. We have to stop this falling apart. Have they built a Colosseum in... Oh, the bloody amphitheatre. Oh. Provence is that? Where is that? Actually, sorry, I don't know. South front of Venison. Ah. Like a delicious, tasty deer. We're going to go over there and we're going to stop this falling apart. Because they have less troops than their vassals. So we need to sail over with our tremendous horsemen. He should live long enough. He should live long enough. Just don't panic. Consecrate ruins. Oh, yeah. Of course. In the name of God. Always. Always we would. We could just turn up at their capital, burn the fucking thing down. That would teach them a lesson. Oh, here we go. Bombards in action. Hello. I propose that we formalize our alliances. Sure, Turkish delight. Sure. Oh, this is it. This is the moment we've been waiting for a long time. Such a flex. Where is their army? Just charge in. Burn it down. You should probably go through your allies' lands, you know, rather than wandering through the arsehole of nowhere. Oh my god. Captain Hildigus of the Band of Arboreals brought forward that Bohemian is not the son of Archon Radagost of Upper Bosnia, but he was fathered by none other than him. That's shocking. Who are these people? Who are these people? Cannoli would know. Well, maybe he wouldn't at his age. Look at this. You will win decisively. You were fighting the greatest army Europe has ever seen. My friend. What were you thinking? They lost 8,500 troops. We lost 735. Now we finish this war for my good friend France. Hey, dissolve this. How about that? It feels very Tywin, all of this, doesn't it? Just coming in through the city gates right now to ensure that the realm that we've kind of married our daughter off to, or granddaughter in this case. It might be daughter, I don't remember. Oh, God, Royal Court. Yeah, sorry, we'll be back soon, I promise. I promise. We're just very busy right now. To ensure that the realm we've gathered up here doesn't splinter and fall apart. I didn't want to start sieging, but again, I keep accidentally unmerging the armies. Crush them. Crush them in their own territory. Imagine the morale hit. Hello. Anatolios is making a bunch of demands. Impatient or wrathful. That kid was being trained in martial, so wrathful it is. And Turkish Delight is level 3. Skilled tactician. Not bad. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's certainly a chip off the old Savalum, as they used to say in Rome. Another witch. So people pointed out yesterday that when we did this event, we became a religious icon as we fake executed a witch and smuggled her off to our court, which is a very, very, very cannoli thing to do. Couldn't have been any more on brand. Why are you running? Do you regret your war yet? Are you scared? You didn't expect cannoli, to be fair. Probably not many people do. Well, let's get out of here then. So be it. You're welcome. Ooh! Now that constructions have finished in Siljana, it is finally time to make my entrance through the gate to be welcomed by my new citizens. How mighty are the sturdy walls, how ordered and clean the marble porticos, worthy of Diocletian. 10% chance that Tunis changes to Greco-Sardino-French. Wow, Civitas Novus walls for 10 years, and every courtly vassal gains some opinion of us. I think we are allowed to, I think we're allowed to, if I'm not mistaken, upgrade Tunis from the what was implied there. So we could probably just give this away, which is fine. You know, we can just chuck that at someone. So let's take a quick look here, because we're sat on a lot of money right now. Build a mighty city. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is sick. I've kept the artifacts safe in my vaults. However, it's time that we bring them to the forth and unlock their secrets. I'll reconvene the greatest minds of our time. Surely together they'll be able to decipher the old text and determine the purpose of the artifacts and the means of the civilization. Rebuild Tunis into Carthage. Again, it's not very Roman, to some extent. The Grand Cothon of Carthage is rebuilt into New Carthage. Oh my god. It's just victory after victory. Big W after big W. And yet, Rimwald couldn't be going any worse. My tiara! My cabinet, too. We got the Skull Goblet, which, of course, is a vengeful man. And then the Great Gazelle Hide can go in the bin. So, I think tomorrow we open up the episode by doing two things. Two very simple things. Number one, we take Francia. We kill Elizabeth of Francia. She dies. Francia becomes ours. That's it. It's that simple. Unless Cannoli lives so long suffering from success that he outlives his own son, eliminating his grandson from succession, which is a problem. Then, of course, what we're all waiting for. Somewhere here is a decision. There it is. Mend the Great Schism. Wow. I don't know how the hell we've done it, but my God, we've done it. Thank you for joining me. I mean, again, Cannoli is just winning and winning and winning and winning. I just don't think he can ever be topped. He's overpowered as hell. The artifact's definitely much to blame for that one. Yeah, here we are. It's a slow start, but my God, we've embraced it. See you all very much tomorrow. I just don't know how long these adventures will go on for. Francia, Roman Empire, Byzantium, and Rome's ours.